Yo, what up guys, I'm Sammy and welcome back to the Soul Brothers channel, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Nike React Vision. This is a new iteration of basically their React line. I guess they're casual runners, and this has to be one of my favorite shoes. It's pretty dirty, it's pretty beat up. I like to wear these a lot. This is the Element 55. It uses full length React, both of these do. And I'm going to be doing a little bit of a comparison. The React Vision is coming in at 140 bucks, and I believe the Element 55 was 130 bucks. So $10 more. I mean, they're using a little bit more material. I don't know. I don't really see the justification of a $10 price increase from this to this. But, you know, if you guys do want to cop either of these, I'll try to leave a link in the description box. But let's get started off with the traction. So for traction, you have a lot of the midsole exposed, especially in the midfoot area, which, you know, I guess I'm not mad at, because the midfoot is not a high wear area. The high wear areas of a shoe are basically here in the heel and I guess in the forefoot here. And obviously they're trying to shed as much weight as possible because it is a running shoe. But I don't really think it's like a professional running shoe, you know? It's more of like a casual, kind of like streetwear shoe, you know, kind of has that vibe. And I don't think serious runners are really considering buying any of these shoes. But anyways, and Nike has reported that React is actually pretty durable compared to most other foams. But I would think that rubber is, you know, going to be more durable. So the only thing that worries me is durability, but like I said, I don't really have any issues on my Element 55, so I don't think there's going to be a lot of issues with the Vision. As far as the cushion goes, the cushion is incredible. You guys already know I love React foam, and they're using a full-length React midsole on this. It feels pretty much exactly the same as the Element 55s. I guess for the Element 55, the rubber does come up very slightly around the heel. The React Vision does that a little bit less, but you do have this heel counter, which makes me think it's a little bit thinner in the heel, but it doesn't feel that much different. There's still a lot of compression in the heel. Like when you're walking, it's very soft, it's very comfortable, but once you start running, once you start jogging, there's a nice little bounce to it, nice little rebound from the cushion, as well as in the forefoot. So if you've ever tried, you know, the Element 55 or any type of React cushion, it should feel pretty much the same. The insole on the shoe, it says DMSX. The insole is pretty thick, and it does improve the overall step and comfort. So the cushion, you're gonna have all day comfort, is one of my favorite cushion setups. Alright, moving on to the materials. The materials are something that has changed from the Element 55 to the React Vision. So the Element 55 had more of a textile material. It is pretty flimsy, but it's super thin. And I mean, it gets soft on foot, but it's not like that stretchy Flyknit material that's in the Epic React. So it's not as comfortable, but you know, it gets the job done. And same thing goes with the Vision. So on the site, they're saying this is a mesh material, but it doesn't really feel like a mesh material. It's more of a synthetic with a lot of perforations. Like these holes go throughout the entire upper, and then here in the toe area you guys can see this black part through the holes, and that's probably some other type of material, you know, probably really thin, that's just glued, so you have a little bit more durability. And then underneath all that you have a polyester material. So this material is really thin, and ventilation is still really good. I mean, my foot was still really cool, but like, you're not getting crazy airflow because there is another underlying material. And then here for the eyelets, you have a synthetic material, and then over that you have a felt material that's basically stitched down and held together by the laces. The laces are a very thick rope lace, and it's one of those rope laces where it's like Yeezys, and when you tighten it, it doesn't really want to stay tightened. It loosens up really easily, so you're probably going to have to double knot it. And it has that DIY look, and that's what it says in their description. They want to go for a DIY look on this shoe. So you guys can see like the stitching is exposed here in the heel with this material, and then in the ankle area there's absolutely no padding. Like it's literally just this material, that's it. I mean, I would have liked a little bit of padding, but you know, it's not a huge deal, and I'm okay with that because the tongue on the Vision is pretty thick. You know, there's a good amount of padding, especially compared to the Element 55. The Element 55 is really it's paper. It's literally just a piece of cloth. And also, it's not connected, like it's an independent tongue. So when you put on the Element 55s, it really likes to scrunch up and go like this, you know, when you're putting it on, and you have to constantly adjust the tongue. The React Vision, there's this elastic material that's attached to the tongue on both the medial and lateral side, which helps keep the tongue in place and also help with the overall fit. So that feels pretty nice, and I would say I like that better, a lot better actually, than the Element 55. One thing I don't like about both of these shoes is that they're hard to put on. Like for example, in the Epic Reacts or the Ultra Boosts, you can just, you know, leave the laces tied, and then you can just slip on the shoe and no problem. But even if you have the laces pretty loosely tied, it's still kind of hard to put on the shoe. And in the Element 55, it's pretty much impossible. You basically have to loosen the laces, you know, and then open it up and then tie the laces again. And that's a little gripe I have, because for my casual shoes, I just like to slip it on. I'm sorry, I'm lazy, but that's just me. And also in the ankle area, you have a very robust external TPU heel counter, which, you know, it protrudes out a little bit. You know, it reminds me of like the Sakai's. As far as the fit goes, I mean, you can go true to size. Width-wise, I would say it's slightly narrow and it's pretty tight in the toe box area. So if you have a wide foot, I would suggest going up half a size or maybe even a full size, because it is a pretty snug fit. And I would say it's really similar to the Element 55. So if you've ever tried this on, then the fit's gonna be pretty similar in the React Visions. Alright, moving on to the weight. I'd say this shoe is really, really light. I don't think it's as light as the Element 55 because it has a little bit more material on it. But I'd say around, what, 9-10 ounces? Ooh, 9.31 ounces. Very, very light. Let's check the Element 55's. This shoe is 7.34 ounces, guys. Insane. So, I mean, 9 ounces is already really, really light. So yeah, this shoe feels very minimal. But one key difference is the tongue, I would say, because the tongue has a good amount more padding, and that makes it feel a little bit more cozy than the Element 55s. Moving on to the aesthetics, I really like how this shoe looks. It has that sport look, like you can go to the gym with it, you can go running with it, but also has that look where you can just go out, put some jeans on or joggers on, and you can definitely rock them off court, I guess. And I feel like it looks a little bit better than the Element 55. You know, the Element 55 looks more of like a runner or like a gym shoe. So tell us what you guys think of the aesthetics down in the comment section below. So for 140 bucks, I mean, you're getting a really comfortable shoe. I mean, the React is really comfortable, and the React Vision feels really, really similar to the Element 55. It feels pretty much exactly the same, but like I said, besides, I guess, the tongue feels a little bit better in my opinion in this shoe, and the tongue doesn't get all scrunched up like in the Element 55s, which is a pretty big gripe I had with the Element 55s. One thing I would love to see is maybe a heel tab, you know, like the Ultra Boost, so it's easier to put on, or maybe like a fly knit or something like that where it stretches over your foot. But other than that, I mean, I still really, really like the shoe. So if you're looking for a really good looking shoe that's also very comfortable, go ahead and cop the React Visions. So that's my review on this shoe. If you guys do want to cop, I'll leave a link in the description box. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next one.